Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Incredible, the story of Dr. Paul. This is one episode kind of documentary about his history. And there's plenty of Dr. Paul series and specials and so much else on National Geographic, now on Disney Plus, probably Hulu, who knows where else. But this is 44 minutes long. It's from 2015. It kind of gives you, well, it has all the stuff you expect from a Dr. Paul episode. Lots of arms going inside cows' butts. Elbow, sometimes shoulder deep. Yeah. He even makes a joke about that, yeah. It's what you expect. If you don't see a Dr. Paul episode where his arm isn't inside an animal, a large animal, well, I don't think you're watching the Dr. Paul show. Well, the Incredible Dr. Paul. This is, well, of course, the story, his origins, tells you he came from the Netherlands. He was born 2 years into World War II after the Nazis had occupied that part of the world, and living under Nazi occupation for most of his youth. They even took the risk of harboring a starving young Jewish boy for a time. So it's his family risked their lives in order to help a child. There's a number of stories, but most of the stories of his life is about meeting his wife, adopting his children. They couldn't have children, so they adopted at least three, I think, 3 or 4. Most people know of Charles because he's kind of the guy who works with Dad most on the show. He also is kind of responsible for making it so that Dad has a show. So you get to learn a little bit about that, but you also get to learn about, like I said, how he meets his wife, how he met his wife. It was not love at first sight. He's coming from the Netherlands, coming over to America to study. He knew he wanted to be a veterinarian from a very young age, and man, he's certainly done that. And so yeah, you get to see the story of their young romance and all the trials and tribulations that have gone into raising a family, starting a veterinary business in Michigan, and just everything that's come out of it. And then a reality show, of course, on top of that. So it's the ups and downs of taking care of animals. Again, excuse me, no edits. This is not the kind of show, if you have a weak stomach, not the kind of show to watch while you're eating dinner. So, or snacking, or anything, really, going in your mouth, in your stomach, because if you got a weak stomach, you might come back, you might see that food again. I don't know, I'm just saying. So I tend to look away a lot. I happen to make the mistake of just like, hey, let me have this little snack here. Oh, there's a snake that's been ripped open by a rat. Bleh. I don't throw up. I'm not squeamish around blood or anything else, but there's a fair amount of gore and just stuff oozing out of cows, including calves that they're pulling out. And yeah, it's just let's do a check, the pregnancy check on the cows. Yeah, that's basically, there's a lot of that. Yeah, if you didn't grow up, I grew up around cows. I wasn't a farmer, but friends of mine were farmers. They had a large cow farm. I know what those places smell like. I know what those places are like. Still not my favorite place. Nope, not really. So, yeah. So yeah, it's kind of thing. It's not my thing. Best of luck to Dr. Paul and his family and everything they do for animals in their region, big and small. It's a pretty fantastic thing that he's also an inspiration, hopefully, to other children who love animals, and hopefully they'll grow up to do the same thing he's doing to help save some lives and improve the lives of animals in their community, especially in very rural Michigan where they are. So yeah, he does little autograph signings for some people who come out to see him sometimes. So it's kind of neat to see little kids who watch this show or watch the regular show and also the spin-offs and specials and things like that, going, you know what? That's pretty dang gross. I'm 5. It's pretty dang gross, but I want to do that. I want to make animals healthy. I want to make them happy. I love animals. So, yeah. He's doing something I want to help animals, but I am I'm not of the constitution to be shoving my arm inside of the orifices of any animal. So that's just me. So good that there's people like him out there doing it. So yeah, if this is your thing, Dr. Paul, if you've watched all of his episodes, do you want to know where the man came from, how he became the man he is, and why? People have said he's pretty much a character. That's a nice way of putting it. He's very strongly opinionated. He's very loud. He's very emphatic in how he expresses himself. And so, yeah, it's he's made for reality TV. I'm not a big fan of reality TV, but yeah, he's always entertaining. So yeah, I say if you get a chance, and it's your thing, you don't mind seeing a guy with his arm inside a bunch of animals, or a snake that's torn open at one point. Yeah. Give this a shot. Check it out. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 125. Okay. Oh, okay. We have a movie, but I think it's an older movie. It feels like a Disney Channel movie from the title of it. Just feels like that. I'm pretty sure I've seen it when clicking around on the site. We're going to be watching Going to the Mat. I'm guessing it has to do with wrestling. I'm no prognosticator, but I'm not a detective either. But Going to the Mat sounds like a wrestling movie. I bet you somebody's bullied and they overcome their issues by learning how to wrestle, and I don't know, something like that. But I'm sure it'll have a cool soundtrack for teens. Or preteens, I don't know. It's a Disney Channel, probably. So, I'm going to be completely wrong. It's going to be like a Mark Wahlberg, like, action thriller for all I know. But it doesn't matter. Going to the Mat is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye.